Hello folks, welcome back to an almost daily vlog. Really is almost daily because as I'm recording this one, I'm not getting one out tonight, so if you can hear me. Not right?
Want a cleaning mission?
Getting some glare on the camera. Maybe the lenses need cleaning. Yeah. So Roy's on cleaning duty.
Yeah.
Cleaned the van. Can't even remember the last time that was cleaned.
First time in about how many years?
Well, not years, so we haven't owned it years.
It's been over a year.
That's because he spilled gearbox oil inside it, and that was his punishment. It still smells of gearbox oil. Eh? Yeah.
I think that's the last time.
Did you do a video? I wasn't here yesterday. Did you do one? All right.
Did have time.
Okay. So
Well, basically, it was we finished doing the bunker, so the only thing that's left in the bunker now is a couple of bits of garrus, and then we started organising the workshop walks. We had tyres everywhere, stuff that we brought over. So yeah, sorted out a few more bits and pieces, made some room, and we're pretty much done now.
good.
So bunkered, sort of clean.
Debunkered.
Yeah.
Debunked.
Yeah, it feels good to be debunked as well.
Is there anything to talk about outside?
I haven't had a good debunked feeling for ages.
Normally after a curry. Okay.
So yeah, so I've just been prepping some work on our red Mark 1 that we've got for sale.
We've got someone coming to look at this on Saturday. It's Thursday today.
Thursday, so it's gone for an MOT today, and it went through okay.
Well, went through with no advisories, didn't it?
Went through no advisories, but the MOT station did ask us to check the front brakes because he thought that possibly we were doing the brake test, although it went through, he suspected that one caliper might be sticking and marked. Right. So it's had a passenger side new front caliper, and I've taken this side off and checked it, and then we've gone over that, and then going to give it a clean tomorrow, and it'll be all ready to be looked at.
Cool. All right.
So
Nice car, this one. We've actually owned this car 4 times. I don't know if I mentioned that in the previous video, but I originally well, I didn't buy it for my sister, but I went to look at it for her, and she bought it. She had a little girl, so sold it to us. We bought it, and then we sold it to an
beautiful car.
older chap, yeah, who.
Trevor, if you're watching this, hi.
Yeah, he's had it. He won't be watching this.
You never know. Might do.
Might be.
Yeah, but I don't-
Anyway, he owned it for a while. Then we bought it back off of him. Then we sold it to a friend of ours who did most of the modifications to it.
Yeah, as you see it now, like the paint job, all the red bits, the chrome, the shiny stuff, the exhaust. Yeah, it's pretty much been left as it was when Dudley done it, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then we bought it back off of him, sold it to someone else who's had it for about another 3 or 4 years, and then we just bought it back. We've got someone looking at it tomorrow. It's good.
So it's not immaculate, but it's very clean, and it's also got a lot of nice bits and pieces on it, which is why it is the price that it is.
That I won't be able to see because there's a load of glare on the camera.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
So
Hang on.
It's got 6,000 to 7,000 miles, and it's at 5500. And I think it's a lot of Mark 1 for the money, really.
Yeah.
Because the bits and pieces that we've got on here has got a lot of money.
And it's rust free.
Is anything ever rust free?
Well,
in the MX5?
as rust free as a 30-year-old car.
Yeah, because it has been all painted underneath as well, which was done by a friend.
It doesn't have any rust issues.
Yes, that's the one there.
Right.
Because you know how someone in the comments would be like,
There's no such thing as a rust-free MX5.
Which, I mean, even like the cleanest ones that we've had. Remember that? What was that one we picked up that had like the old guy with the Air Force wings on the front, and that had been garaged.
Yeah.
And the only rust that we could find on that was the plate underneath, the thin one, isn't it? And it had a bit of surface corrosion just around the bowl, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
The under tray plate.
There was
Yeah.
nothing on the car.
Yeah.
But even a car that clean, you know,
Still isn't rust free.
Yeah, so it's just the level of it. But yeah. All right.
Thanks for that.
No worries.
Roy
No offers.
has just got this one ready. This is having a full repaint. He was doing the seals. He had to do a repair on the front seal. So whenever we're doing a full repaint, we'll always check behind the front wings, check the condition of the underside of the wings, because the last thing you want to do is do a full repaint and then a year or so later be fitting a new wing because a rust bubble's appeared. So we do that. We check behind the wing on the front seal, make sure that's all good. But this one did actually have to have a replacement here because it was holed by the time we cleaned it up. The other side was good. There was a bit of blistering on the wing, but we checked that is good. That's solid. So that wing will be usable. And then he's done a rear sill and arch repair as well, which I think I did in the last video, and a new sill end plate. This was years ago. I think it was 2014. We did actually do a sill repair, which was just the outer skin, if I remember rightly. And now we wanted the arch doing, but as we've looked at it, the sill end plate was going as well, so we've done all that for him. So that'll be that. The other side we did the whole lot. I think it was 2016 we did that lot, so that's all done. Ash has been getting on with his minor project.
Yeah.
Should we go to the other side first?
Can do.
So that's all, you're done on that, aren't you?
Yeah. This is the other side.
Hello, other side. So that's seal. Full seal, arch is done. Right. Let's go to the more interesting side. So you're just cutting open stage.
Yeah,
Want to talk us through it?
rusty. So, well, it's just about getting the sill off at the moment and then seeing how far it's gone. This side, it is going to be worse this side. The other side, the panel that runs along here was mostly intact. It was just
Right.
the front and the ends, whereas this is pretty much shot all the way along.
And you've got some problems to deal with there as well.
Yeah, I've got little problems to do there.
Possibly a bit up there. See how that cleans up.
And then the back end is pretty much nothing left. The other side, this reinforcing panel's all good, as well as the upright, but it's nothing's been shot all the way.
It's all gone.
It's all gone.
And a bit to deal with there as well, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And the floor to seal panel. Oh yeah. A bit ungood.
Just a bit.
Okay.
Speed
Well, Chris's ramp's empty, he's not up to anything. Grant's got the afternoon off, and he's doing, this one's mainly...
I was going to show you this.
Oh, I didn't even see you standing there. I looked over there and you weren't there, as far as I was concerned.
So you remember the noisy green Mark 2.5 we spoke about, I think 2 or 3 videos ago?
Yeah.
One that we sort of thought was the plastic engine covers. Well, it didn't actually turn out to be that, because when I put it all back together it did the same thing. It turned out to be the AC compressor. So I've taken it off. So I think the failure started in there, and then that just got really hot, and then it's just started melting everything and dead. So that's what the noise was on that. So we've got to get another one.
Just waiting for another one to arrive. We got a second-hand one that was incorrect.
Well, yeah. So you can use. So this info actually we learned from a person that commented on our YouTube channel that the AC compressors on some Mark 2.5s are the same ones that are on an RX-8. They're exactly the same. But I think what happens is from the Mark 2s when they went to a Mark 2.5, there's a small crossover here. And there was, so this one is actually a Mark II AC compressor, which is on a Mark 2.5, which was sod's law.
The owner did actually say that he thinks uses an early Mark II or late Mark II system, not Mark 2.5 system, because he'd been trying to get the air conditioning system working properly, and it hasn't been quite right. So when we told him we thought it was the AC compressor, he said, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." So had I passed that information on to you about it could be a Mark II system on it, you would have known that before ordering the RX-8
Yeah, I
one.
probably would have like second guessed it.
Yeah.
We did look at it, and from the pictures, it sort of was similar-ish. But until I was really digging it out, I mean, I probably should have literally removed it from the car in full first and looked at the part number. But you'd think that anything that's on a 2.5 would be the same, but cars do have inconsistencies. But it was smoking a lot and getting really hot, which is, I'm guessing that's all part of this induction coil here.
So we're waiting for prices of new ones, aren't we?
Yeah, I've got a couple of options. There's a second-hand option or a new option.
Speak to the owner about that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. So, thanks, that, Chris. So yeah, so this one here, Grant's, yeah, it's been mainly sort of servicing stuff, but new distance pads, new caliper on this side, ABS sensor because it's got a fault on that, and we're reporting back to the customer with the rust issues, which are there. They're not horrendous, but obviously do need to be dealt with at some point. Let's have a look at the chassis rail. This chassis rail has been plated. You can just about see it round there. Actually, they haven't done a bad job, because normally when we see this, they put a plate straight. They grind off these bolt heads and they put a plate right across. Is what we often see. But yeah, it's not ideal. It needs to be dealt with, but it's better than most, I must admit. Other side looks sort of all right. A bit bulgy underneath. All right, so that's that. I've got a day off again tomorrow, so Chris will do a video if he gets time. Otherwise, he said he'll try to, but see if he manages that. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye.